mean, our approach was admit, fix, settle, repeat. I mean, that's what we did with
admit,
settle,
fix,
settle, repeat.
Got it.
And so it's very straightforward. I mean, we hired outside auditors to come in and investigate the situation. They wrote a report. We then gave that report directly to the regulators. This was an external third party coming in to explain exactly what we did wrong. So we admitted everything that went wrong. We then fixed it. We basically fixed our processes, our technology, our cultural values, our leadership, our board, to get that fixed. And then we settled whatever liability came about because of what happened. And because we've just done that, had that approach, we've been able to clean it up very quickly. I think Theranos is a good example, and I don't really want to pick on them because I only know what I've read publicly, but I think you see a lot of people falling into the trap of taking the opposite approach, which I would say is defy, deny, and double down.
Right.
Which is first you break the rules.
It's just it's a triple D. Triple D.
Right. I mean, but see, I think there's
it's a huge mistake.
It's a huge mistake, but weirdly, there's like a whole industry that's popped up around this idea of damage control, and what they try to convince you to do is to hunker down and like close ranks and spin your way out of the problem. And I think you saw that with Theranos, where there's this like a total denial of reality around their problems. I mean, how are you going to fix the problem if you can't even admit it exists, right?
Right. Imagine if they had an auditor come in and say, let's audit the Edison machine, let's audit the technology. That's what everybody's been asking for, and they won't do that simple thing.
Right, exactly.
Which is a huge mistake on that.
Yeah, I mean, well, they seem to have some sort of cultural aversion to transparency, and we've just the way to solve these problems is just to be very transparent and to look. You can't fix a problem unless you admit it exists in the first place.
So let's now that we're getting through the dark days, it seems like the clouds have lifted at Zenefits and you're ready to grow again. You got rid of some of the bad apples, let's just say, people who maybe were not thinking properly, or the old culture. You built the new culture, and then you launched this Zenefits 2, Z2. I saw the billboards, and seems like it's a pretty interesting value proposition for consumers. Why don't you explain what it is? And I don't know if we have
slides.
Sure.
There's some slides we need to show you some of the Z2 stuff.
Yeah, we'll pop up the slides.
Yeah.
Here we go. You have a courtesy monitor right here.
There we go. Okay.
Look in front of you, David.
Oh, cool. So these were actual billboards that were around the Bay Area. We were put up a few months ago, started advertising the event, and the first versions didn't even have the Zenefits logo on them. We were just trying to get people interested in this idea of Z2, and that refers to this version 2 of Zenefits. It's our first user conference where we unveiled this product, and it alludes to this larger corporate reboot we've done.
And we heard Jason Lemkin from SaaStr talking about a user conference. Why are the user conferences important?
Well, because it's really, that interaction with customers is so fundamental. And probably one of the things I would tell the people in the audience here is, as you think about like scaling and growth hacking and all that stuff, I'm really in more of like a back to basics mode on all of this stuff. I'm very familiar with like viral tactics, and we use that stuff at PayPal and Yammer.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, PayPal is the textbook example of virality, which is, you in order to use it, you have to get another person's email address and send them money.
Yeah, exactly. We were one of the first viral products. We were one of the first products that was essentially bootstrapped off someone else's platform, which was eBay.
Yep.
It was one of the first companies to use an embed strategy.
Right.
So I'm like...
And the give and get strategy. If you gave somebody $5, you got $5.
That's right, referral bonuses.
Referral bonuses.
Yeah, so I mean, PayPal was really a pioneer in all these areas. And so these tactics can be useful, but they have to be paired with a fundamental focus on customer success. And so where Zenefits today is really obsessed with NPS.
Which is Net Promoter Score.
Yeah, and it's not that important to subscribe to any particular methodology around this, but the basic idea behind NPS is it's just a way to measure customer happiness, positive word of mouth. And there's no way your company's going to grow very fast unless you've got happy customers who are spreading the word and recruiting their friends. And now virality is a way to kind of take that word of mouth and actually formalize it. You can actually,
quantify it.
And you can accelerate it by help pushing that word of mouth through various kinds of channels. But fundamentally, people have to want to spread your product because they like it.
Yes, I am so in love with Tommy John. Their underwear, their socks, their undershirts, everything. Especially, actually, I love their hoodie. People don't know they make a hoodie. I love the hoodie as well. I'm probably going to buy a second one, actually, because I never want to be without it. Let me just tell you about the underwear right now. These underwear are life-changing. I kid you not, this past week, threw away every pair of underwear I had. And some of these things are back from college. I'm not kidding you. I've had underwear for 20 years. So I get some tighty whities in there. I think I found a pair of Empire Strikes Back underwear. I'm not kidding. That's how far back these things go to underoos. But Tommy Johns are perfect. They're made out of this amazing breathable fabric that moves with you, not against you. And it's ultralight. I'm wearing them right now. And you never have to make that awkward adjustment. Gentlemen, you know what I'm talking about. And you'll never get a wedgie. Everybody knows what a wedgie is. You're not going to get those. They are just perfect. I literally bought 10 of them. I am on a new, fresh rotation. I feel confident. And I tell you, I take these things when I'm hiking, when I'm playing basketball, when I'm sitting at a poker table, when I'm here doing the podcast, and when I'm walking around the city. Sometimes I feel like taking my pants off and just walking in my Tommy Johns. I'll just be honest here. They are that amazing. I love them. I walk around the house in my Tommy Johns, and my wife laughs. She says, "You love those underwear, don't you?" It's true. I do love them. And listen, it's backed by the best pair you'll ever wear, or it's free, guarantee. And I just had the founder of Tommy John on. What a spectacular story it is, this startup, from Howard Stern to other celebrities just becoming addicted to the product. It is an amazing, amazing company, great founder. And most importantly, they're just obsessing on product. And really, that's what this direct-to-consumer product revolution is about. And Tommy John is leading that revolution. They study and they study and they refine their products to a level of obsession that people who had guaranteed marketing channels, i.e. shelf space, just didn't do. People just didn't care. They wanted to make everything for the lowest price possible. That's not what Tommy John does. They say, let's make the best pair of underwear possible. Let me tell you something. You know what? You're spending a lot of time in your underwear. I'm telling you that. We all know that. Why not have the best pair you'll ever wear? I love it. And by the way, the socks are great too, because I wear the socks every day. And I did the same thing. Just tossed all my old socks, got all these socks. They last forever, and they always stay up all day. It's a great, great company. I love the product, as do many other podcasters and famous folks. Like I said, Howard Stern can't shut up about these things. TommyJohn.com/twist. TommyJohn.com/TWIST, and you'll get 20% off your first order. TommyJohn.com/twist to get 20% off your first order. You're going to love the product just like I do. Go ahead and go to TommyJohn.com/twist and order a couple pairs of underwear, a couple pairs of socks. You're going to love it. Okay, let's get back to this amazing program.